Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub, your ultimate home for Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and exclusive updates. From breaking stories to behind-the-scenes action, we've got every red covered. Subscribe now and never miss a move from Anfield. Slot hails special Salah for reaching 250 goal. Liverpool milestone in Aston Villa win. Arne Slot hailed the unbelievable Mohamed Salah after the Liverpool striker scored his 250th goal for the club as the Premier. League champions eased the pressure on their head coach with a 2-0 victory against Aston Villa. Salah opened the scoring in a deserved defeat of Unai Emery's in-form team after a calamitous error by the World Cup winning goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. Ryan Gravenberch added a second to end a run of 4 successive league defeats for Liverpool and lift Slot's side to third in the table. Salah's strike capped a vastly improved performance from the Egypt international. "It's huge," Slot said of Salah's latest Liverpool milestone. "It is almost unbelievable if you score 250 goals, let alone 250 goals for one club. You don't see that much in football anymore." Apart from the goal, he had a very good performance. When we had to play long, we mainly played to him, and he held the ball and the team could come to him. What I liked was that he also helped the team defensively as well. After the first goal, he was helping Virgil van Dijk around the halfway line. I liked his performance tonight. For him to score is not special, but 250 is special. Salah admitted he has not been happy with his performances this season, but was adamant Liverpool will return to form after a summer of upheaval. "I said at the beginning it is a very tricky season for us. We have a few new players, very good signings, but they need time to adapt to the team, and we lost a few good players as well. We just need time to adapt and know each other's games, and we will be fine." Slot thanked the Anfield crowd for singing his name at 0-0 and backing him through a difficult moment after 6 defeats in the previous 7 games. He added, "I'm happy with what I saw, not only from the players but also the support we got from the fans was what we needed. Maybe we were a bit more on the lucky side than we have been in the last few weeks. So a mistake from their goalkeeper and a deflection led to 2 of our goals. But these are the margins we are talking about." Unai Emery lamented the Martinez mistake that handed Liverpool the lead but took responsibility for it. The Villa manager said, "We try to play with personality and take good positioning. It was easy for Salah. It was a huge mistake, but it is my responsibility and I accept it. We build a team here through the style we want through the club. We must avoid huge mistakes like today, but it is part of our process and we are trying to identify how we build." Salah and Gravenberch secure welcome win for Liverpool against Aston Villa. As the pressure lifted inside Anfield and Liverpool entered stoppage time of their first Premier League win since 20 September, the cop broke into a rousing chorus of Arne Slot's name. But it's easy to stand by your man when victory is in sight. A more significant rendition came at 0-0, when the pressure was still firmly on and Dominic Szoboszlai had just squandered a glorious chance to punish the kind of lackadaisical defending that would ultimately prove Aston Villa's downfall. Support for Slot was unequivocal when it mattered most. Liverpool, the Premier League's crisis club before kickoff after 6 defeats in 7 games, sit third in the table after starting an important week with a deserved win against Villa. A first clean sheet in 11 games reflected a more controlled performance from the Premier League champions and, as Slot admitted, a change in fortune. Unai Emery's team struck the woodwork twice when the game was delicately poised but would prove the perfect guess for a team and head coach in need of recovery. A terrible mistake by Emiliano Martinez presented Mohamed Salah with his 250th Liverpool goal before more poor defending enabled Ryan Gravenberch to double the hosts' advantage. Early in the second half, Slot was appreciative of both the personal backing and the collective endeavor needed to halt the slide. "It meant a lot," he said of hearing his name, "especially because it happened at 0-0 and not when we were leading or top of the league, but in a difficult moment for me. An incontrovertible factor in Liverpool's dramatic slump had been their habit of conceding first and having to then take more risks while chasing the game. It almost happened for an 8th game in succession when Morgan Rogers split the home defense with a superb ball into Ollie Watkins. The Villa striker returned possession to his England colleague, and he stepped across Connor Bradley to curl a shot towards the far corner. Georgi Mamardashvili was well beaten in the Liverpool goal, but Rogers' effort struck the far post and rebounded clear. It was a reprieve that Slot's side desperately needed with only 5 minutes on the clock and confidence low. It was also the cue for a highly entertaining, flowing contest. Both teams threatened repeatedly. Liverpool performed with far more aggression and urgency than of late, with Szoboszlai a marauding presence, again and Salah looking much sharper as he tormented Lucas Digne. Villa looked dangerous every time they broke the Liverpool press. They took some almighty risks to do so, however, and were close to gifting the champions the breakthrough twice before Martinez landed the visitors in it in first-half stoppage time. The Villa goalkeeper erred earlier in the game when dragging a poor clearance straight to Andy Robertson. He escaped on that occasion when the recalled left-back's shot looped off Pau Torres and landed in his arms. Next up with a gift was Boubacar Kamara, who put Torres in trouble with a needless return pass that Szoboszlai intercepted with ease. The Liverpool midfielder found himself with only Martinez to beat, but stroked a tame shot straight at him, a rare blemish on the Hungary captain's night. Villa struck the woodwork a second time when Matty Cash made an ambitious attempt for Mamardashvili's top corner. The right-back's shot took a slight deflection off Virgil van Dijk before the Georgia international superbly tipped it onto the bar. Hugo Ekitike had been anonymous at the head of Liverpool's attack, but, like all good strikers, made his first meaningful contribution count when heading Szoboszlai's beautiful cross inside Martinez's bottom corner. Liverpool's celebrations and attached sense of relief were cut short, however, when the video assistant referee disallowed the header for a clear offside against Ekitike. Liverpool's celebrations and attached sense of relief soon flooded back thanks to Martinez. The World Cup winner was far too casual when attempting to play a simple pass back to Torres inside the Villa area. A quite dreadful ball went straight to Salah instead. The much-scrutinized striker made light work of his second goal in 2 games, sliding the ball around Torres and into an unguarded Villa net for the latest milestone in his phenomenal Liverpool career. To Emery's despair, the Villa defense were not done with dangerous over-elaboration and presenting Liverpool with opportunity. Just before the hour, Martinez squared another risky pass to Torres, who, under pressure, swiped a clearance towards Van Dijk. Liverpool worked the ball to Gravenberch in space, and the influential midfielder let fly from 20 yards with a shot that took a touch off both Ezri Konsa and Torres before beating the wrong-footed Villa keeper. Slot's reaction, indeed the reaction of the Liverpool team and support, encapsulated the release of pressure. Now on to Real Madrid and Manchester City. Liverpool beat Aston Villa. Virgil van Dijk critical of absolutely ridiculous takes and outside noise after Reds' end poor run of form. The Reds finally got back to winning ways against Aston Villa on Saturday night, winning 2-0 at Anfield after a run of 4 straight losses in the Premier League and 6 defeats in 7 across all competitions. Henry, asked about how difficult it has been as the leader of the group to maintain morale and focus during the difficult period, Van Dijk told TNT Sports, "What I have noticed over the last couple of weeks especially is that there is a lot of noise that you have no control over and that we have to deal with as a team. Some of those takes are absolutely ridiculous. But you have to deal with that. It's outside noise that can reach certain players, the group. It's about sticking together. We're not going out there on the pitch to lose games. We're not going out there to be disappointed after games, or leave fans disappointed going home. We want to work our socks off and win games, but there's no guarantee. You play in the Premier League, the highest level, in the biggest league in the world, and it's difficult to stay calm, but you have to do if you want to get back to where we want to be. That's up there, but that's something for later in the season to look at. Now it's time to keep working. Never get too high, never get too low. We live in a world now, for footballers at least, because that's the only thing I can speak about, where everyone can have their opinion on so many platforms and everyone knows it better. We have to try to stay away from that and focus on the hard work we've been doing. Last season we didn't hear much negative stuff. Everything was sunshine and rainbows everywhere. Now it sounded like by the outside world, we're going to be in the relegation battle, so that's how it works in the world.